Hi folks, it's Sattler here, the Venturepreneur. I spent a career figuring out how to create businesses the hard way so you don't have to. Today's question, what's the difference between a venturepreneur and an entrepreneur? So glad you asked, I would be happy to tell you. The difference is one of ego. Now, all the way back in history, in the medieval times, the word entrepreneur was created from a French word meaning to undertake something or to do something. But by the 18th century, people were talking about it as someone who bears the financial risk, the personal financial risk of a business venture. And by the 19th century, John Stuart Mill defined the entrepreneur as a person who assumes both the risk and the management of a business. These days, entrepreneur is used in American culture to mean anyone from a one-person, small-town, like daycare business to somebody joining a multi-level marketing scheme to be their own boss to a fast-growth, venture capital-backed, mover and shaker. But what's the common denominator in all of these definitions? The individual. Our language and our culture puts the individual person at the red-hot center of all of our efforts at creating sustainable innovation. In the United States, this is actually, some would say, kind of a cult of personality around the lone entrepreneur who takes 50 cents in their pocket and through nothing other than will and determination ends up being fantastically successful. So first of all, the idea of the lone entrepreneur doing it all themselves is bullshit. Second of all, having done this for 20 years, I can tell you that no successful entrepreneur ever succeeded alone. Every successful company is a group effort. And a venturepreneur is someone who understands that from the outset. Creating something fiscally and operationally sustainable means that you've got to create a venture, something that balances the needs and the contributions of groups of different people. In fact, and I learned this the hard way, the fastest path to failure in innovation is not thinking about what you're doing as a group activity. Putting yourself at the center of the story, making it all about you, setting up unrealistic expectations that only one person can fulfill. It's impossible, and it can't be done well. An entrepreneur is expected, under that definition, to take all the risk, get all the reward, and take all the glory. Now, we'll talk later about the value of ego in venturepreneurship, but suffice it to say that this fundamental misunderstanding of what it takes to be successful with new ideas is one reason why our startup failure rate is as high as it is, and why so many promising creative innovators either leave the profession prematurely or don't start in the first place. So there you go. Entrepreneurs think it's all about them. Venturepreneurs recognize it's a different game. Hope that's useful. Follow me for more. And, oh, by the way, don't forget, change the world.